Welcome, everybody, to another edition of High Button Sports. We're here in Antigonish, Nova Scotia, St. FX campus, as we have Team Atlantic summer camp tryouts here. Team Gray versus Team Red. You're probably wondering why Team Gray already has a 1-0 lead. So, bit of a different rule book here for this tryouts, as here at the summer camp they have little off-ice competitions every day, fitness, scavenger hunt, etc. As puck drops and we're underway here. The winner of the scavenger hunt or the off-ice competition gets a 1-goal lead to start things off. So a little unorthodox, but trying to keep things competitive here. There's a few more rules that I'll go over in just a moment, but we'll get right into gameplay action here. That's going to be played up ahead to the left side for Gray. As I'll play on the wall. As Red gets possession in their own zone, it's going to be played through the middle. Looking to clear. Puck will come free. Puck poked ahead there for Neve Robertson. As Gray gets possession right back. As played up ahead by Charlie McDougall. It's going to be turned over. As here comes Ellie Mullins. Mullins down the left side, looking to play it ahead there. It's going to be picked off as here comes Gray the other way. Down the right side is Ashley Kearney. She'll dump it in deep. Kearney in the forecheck. Looks like Red's able to get there first. That's Jade Vickers, number 34 for Red. Will push the puck up the ice, and looking to poke it free there was number 45, McNeil. Forley McNeil. That's going to be shot right onto the goal. And that'll be the first save of the game there for Team Red goaltender. I believe that's Katie Hurley from Newfoundland. That was a little face-off here. I'll go over the rest of the rules here. So the second rule is called jailbreak, so shorthanded goals. That will end the power play. No change on the penalty, so the same 4 players who are on the ice while their team is penalized will have to stay on the ice regardless of what position they are. So it could be 3 forwards out there with 1 defense. Doesn't matter, they have to keep those same 4 on the ice. If a team scores with their goalie pulled, it's 2 goals. Not 1, so that's a big one there. And we'll go over a few more later on. So it's 1-0 for Gray to start things off based off of those rules. This is going to be played across the ice. Here comes Team Gray. Nice move there towards the goal. It's going to be stopped by Hurley from Newfoundland, Katie Hurley. That was Sarah Allman, number 55 for Gray, who let that shot go. There's another chance there as that will squeak through off the point shot. And Gray has a 2-0 lead here. Bit of a late reaction from the bench to celebrate that one, but looks like number 2, Abby Dingwell, with the goal from PEI. Played at Ridley College this season. She has the second official goal of the game, but the first one actually scored. So just about 2 minutes in, we have our first goal across the goal line. Here comes Red looking to respond with the puck is Chanel Ouellette, played at RNS this season in New Brunswick. As Gray will take it across the goal line there, but it's going to be turned over. It's going to be poked free there by Ouellette. A chance here for Red on the breakaway stop there. As first save of the game for Team Gray, I believe that's Annika Betts. There's another chance here. Shot on, and then Betts with the save. His team had a couple of chances there. I believe that was number 40, Allison McLean from Kings Edgehill with that shot. Let's have a face-off here. About 2.5 minutes deep into this first period. 3 20-minute periods will be separated by a flood intermission between each 20-minute period. As shot towards the goal is going to be picked up. As here comes Brooklyn Jefford. She'll play up the wall. Poked free. Here comes Emily Thomas now from New Brunswick. Thomas played for RNS as well this past season. His puck is behind the goal. Looking to poke it free there is Danny Ray McInnes. Played for the Lynx in the Maritime Female U18 League this season. As Red has possession in their own zone. Laid up the wall, looking for number 40. That's Allison McLean from Nova Scotia. So we're a little confused in the format here for Team Atlantic. They're playing at the Hockey Canada Nationals later on in November in Newfoundland. That's going to be stopped like Katie Hurley. So instead of having a PEI, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick team, they're all coming together as one for Team Atlantic to represent the best coast. That's the east coast of Canada at the Hockey Canada Nationals. As I mentioned, that's going to be played in Newfoundland in November. So these are summer camp to get a look at some of the girls who are looking to try to make that team. It's not the face-offer is Megan Mossy from PEI. Mossy. That's going to be played towards the corner. Centering pass there and a big save by Katie Hurley. Big stop for the Team Red goaltender. He's going to be played towards the other end. Looking to poke that free was Ellie Eisner. Played at Bourget College last season. There's a save there from Betts. This puck played behind the goal. With it now is Megan Mossy. Mossy has the puck. It's going to be played up for Gray. Sent towards the opposite ends by Avery McPhee. The PEI native will send that in deep. Played for the Eastern Stars last season. As Red looking to break out here. They played across the ice for Flora Gale McNeil, another Lynx player out there for Cape Breton Lynx. Played in the Maritime U18 League as Gray gets possession neutral ice. With the puck now is Audrey Poirier from New Brunswick. She'll circle back. It's going to be played towards a corner there as, the forecheck, able to get a stick on that. It was Ellie Mullins. His puck comes free in front there. They swat away at it. It's going to be a stop. That'll be a whistle there. As Betts makes the save. Interesting fact about Annika Betts. She played boys high school hockey this past season with Harrison Tremble in New Brunswick. As well a face-off here. Number 55 in for the draw. It's Sarah Almond for Team Red. Puck is dropped. Play to the corner. Looking to make a play is Poirier up the wall. The New Brunswick native will go D to D. Over to McDougall. McDougall from Newfoundland. It's going to be picked off by Red. As Lauren Ward got a piece of that with her stick. Ward behind the goal. That's going to be poked free. Gray has possession. Sent across by McDougall. Looking to clear is Poirier. Poirier will spin in the corner. As Gray looking to get the puck out, and they will. That'll be sent up ahead. It's back to retrieve it for Team Red. That's Riley Gabriel, also played for the Cape Breton Lynx. Rylan Gabriel, number 39 for Team Gray. As it's going to be played towards the opposite end. Brooklyn Jefford from Newfoundland will pick up the puck. Jefford played for Kings Edgehill. That's going to be picked off neutral ice by Sanford. Claire Sanford used to play in the High Button U15 Major League in Nova Scotia. She played for the Harbor, or they're called the Harbor Storm back then. As she plays for Appleby College now. As penalty coming up here. So one of the rules will go into effect now. The 4 players, the 5 players and the 1 penalized will have to stay on the ice. So whether it's 3 forwards and 1 defense, they can't make any changes here to start off the penalty kill. So it looks like they have 2 forwards and 2 D, so it worked out well for them in this situation, but something to keep an eye on as we get into this weekend here. Interesting things to keep things fresh. There's a power play for Red. Puck dropped. As played to the point. That's Danny Ray McKinnis with the puck. As shot deflected out of play. And that will cause a whistle, so they can make changes now if they want, but I guess they don't need to. As in for the face-off for Team Red is Allison McLean. Played at Kings Edgehill this past season. Puck dropped. One back to the corner for Gray on the penalty kill, but quickly turned over. So here's Danny Ray McKinnis. She'll send it in deep. Over across. Picked up on the blue line there by Claire Sanford. Sanford will position herself on the half wall. Play to the middle. Pass over across. As McLean looking to drag her way through was going to be knocked away as Gray has a chance to clear, and they will. Sent down the ice by Kendall Dwaron from Nova Scotia. Dwaron played for Shattuck St. Mary's last season. Yes, the same Shattuck St. Mary's that Sidney Crosby and Nathan McKinnon played at, but she plays for the women's team. As here comes McLean. Summer McLean will pass across. As unable to handle that one is her Team Red teammate. As puck is played up top. As D-to-D pass. Here is Vickers. Vickers towards the middle there. Looking to drag that one through was Ellie Eisner. Played up back up top for Vickers. Vickers back to Eisner. Back to Vickers up top. Vickers over a cross. Shot is on. That'll be gloved down. No rebound as Betts makes the save. Annika Betts, New Brunswick native goaltender, number 60 in gray here today. As there's 43 seconds to go on the power play for Team Red. Puck is dropped. Team Gray gets possession, looking to clear, but to hold on to it instead. This will be chipped towards the opposite corner by Avery McPhee from PEI. McPhee played for the Eastern Stars this past season as Team Red gets possession. 30 seconds to go on the power play. It's down the right side. Looking to set up here. As spinning in the corner is Ella Driscoll from Nova Scotia. Played for the Greenfoot Capitals this past season, won the league. As she has a championship ring on her finger here at camp. That's going to be played out of the zone with a tripping's going to be a call here. Is able to draw that call was Emily Thomas. Looks like number 27. I don't have a 27 on my list here, so not sure who that would be. Try and figure that out for you in the intermission. So a 4-on-4 for 12 seconds. Then it'll be a Gray power play. His puck is played back to the point. Here's Mossy. Mossy will walk the line. Mossy will fire one low. It's going to be blocked in front. As puck will be played to the corner. Looking to pick that one up is Ellie Eisner. As Red has possession now. Is out of the box. Is Team Gray. So a power play now. As down the left side, here comes Jaylee McKinnon. Pass over across, just off the stick of Ashton Kearney. Kearney has it in the corner. Minute and a half to go on the power play. As that's going to play up the wall. Here is Mossy. DDD pass across for McDougall. As that's going to be pressure out of the zone. As it's on the forecheck there with Ella Driscoll. As Gray gets it right back. Chance here. Here's Kearney's shot stop. Rebound is loose. They poke away at it. It's going to be stopped there by Curley. Making a couple saves in the penalty kill. The goalie's got to be your best penalty killer. As played behind the net. Gray still has possession. Less than a minute to go in the power play. As here is Mossy. Mossy over across for McDougall. McDougall will shoot one through traffic. They score. Posted in on the power play. McDougall makes it 3-0. As she's checking with her teammates to make sure no one else tipped that, but I believe that will be her goal. Posting in from the blue line through the screen. And 3-0 is your score. Of course, Atlantic had the 1-0 lead before regulation even started as they won the daily competition off the ice. And they have 2 goals of their own, so a 3-0 lead. As we're about halfway through this first period now. It's Gray looking to respond. Red looking to respond. They don't have a goal yet. As it's in the Red offensive zone with the puck now is Mullins. Mullins towards the goal. Gets stopped there by Betts as Gray looking to clear through the middle there. It's a skate puck bouncing in front. So that will come loose for McDougall. Through the middle of the ice for Mossy. Megan Mossy up the head. That's going to be picked off as here comes Red with the puck now. Here's Avery McPhee with it. Sorry, that was Sanford pinching it. There's 2 11s out there. Usually they mix up the numbers. As back to retrieve it with Sanford. Sanford will go D to D. Over across there for Vickers. That's Sharp. Julia Sharp for Newfoundland. There's another penalty coming up here. Tripping's the indication by the referee, so a reminder, the 4 players on the penalized team must stay out there regardless if it's 3 forwards and 1 defense. So 10-12 to go here in the first. Red looking to get on the board here. They have a power play. And for the face-off is Sarah Almond. Puck dropped. Red gets possession off the face-off. Play to the point. Towards the goal, looking for the tip in front there. That will hit the stick of Kirsten McKinnon. McKinnon for New Brunswick played at Mount Academy last year in PEI. It's in the corner. Played up top. Here's Vickers. Vickers will walk the line. Plays over across. Shot is on. That's going to be a stop and no rebounds as Betts makes the save for the glove. Gray will make some changes here as they were unable to due to the penalty. 9:50 to go. First period. You're tuned into High Button Sports. Team Atlantic summer camp. Looking to crack the Atlantic team for the Canadian Nationals as we played behind the net. Red on the power play for the next minute and a half as it's played to the point. Return feed. Back for Almond. Played over across up top. That's going to be Vickers, who almost fumbled it there, but able to keep the line. As here's Almond back to Vickers. Through the middle. Chance here in the backhand towards the goal. Loose in front. As that's going to be a wraparound chance, but unable to get that on goal. Puck towards the crease as it stays out. It's going to be kept in at the line by Vickers. Sent in deep. So we'll exit the zone now as Gray able to clear. A minute to go on the power play. Out to play it is Hurley. She'll leave it there for Gabriel. Over across the ice. McLean looking to pick it up. Allison McLean. She gets stopped there on the zone entry. Chance here for Gray, short-handed. It's down the right side, but there to pick up the puck. Number 38 for Team Red. That's Lily Spurl from Newfoundland. Has played across the ice for Lexi McIntyre, the Nova Scotian. Looking to get it deep, but met at the line by the Gray defense. As we played back. As back to retrieve it is McIntyre. She'll shoulder check and put a spin move on behind the goal. It's going to be shut on the puck there as Gray, and on the forecheck shot on goal just goes wide. As Red, 10 more seconds on the power play, but picking that one off is Kendall Dworon for Team Gray. As that's going to be blocked in a clearing attempt. Is able to get her body in front of that with Summer McLean. As it's going to be sent down the ice, and that's going to do it for the power play. So still 3-0. 8 minutes to go. First period. His chance has to almost turned over in front of it. It is. Shot towards the goal is going to be saved by Hurley. A rebound is blocked. Towards the goal, another save from Hurley, looking to clear his Red. And they'll chip out the boards, and that will come free at neutral ice. Audrey Poirier will give chase back in her own end. Poirier will use the net as her shield behind the goal. Poirier will lead the rush. Poirier played for the Rockets last year from New Brunswick, the Eastern Rockets. As Red gets possession in the neutral ice, played back. It's going to be over across now. Sanford will get it and send it in deep. Out to play it is Betts. Leaves it for McDougall. Let's get a shot there. The coach is evaluating to my left. Taking a look at the players as this can be played up the boards there. Spinning back is Poirier in her own zone. Poirier has a red number right on her. That's Ella Driscoll. Driscoll played for the Greenfoot Capitals this season. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. As Sanford back to retrieve in neutral ice. Here's Claire Sanford. Played up the wall there on the stick of Neve Robertson. As she gets a shot on goal there. Sorry, that was Eisner got the shot. That's going to be stopped by Betts. About 7 minutes to go here in the first period. As I mentioned a few times, 3 20-minute periods. There'll be a flood in with the Zamboni in between each one as puck is dropped. Gray gets possession. They'll look to clear and chip it out there, but disrupting that was Danny Ray McInnes. So that's going to be played across, dumped in deep by Addison White for Team Gray. Addison White plays an underager in the U18 League at 30 points in 32 games for the Greenfoot Capitals, another U18 female Maritime League champion. That's going to be played in the red zone. PDD pass through the middle. Here's Florgale McNeil, the Nova Scotian. Well, played up ahead. It's going to be picked off. A chance here for Gray. Here comes White. White will fire one on at the blocker as Hurley makes a save. Addison White getting a chance there off the rush. So reminder, this is a U18 Nationals, so I believe Addison White would be grade 9 going to grade 10. So pretty impressive just out here with a bunch of 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds. There's a few players her age out here as well. I believe Chanel Ouellette is also grade 9, is played back, DDD pass. That's going to be played up the wall there and back into the red zone. Sharp looking to clear. Julia Sharp played for Stansted College, number 36 in red from Newfoundland. As red has the puck now. Sent in deep by Lauren Ward. Eastern Rockets forward. Number 52 for red as puck is free behind the goal, played up to the wall. But nobody was home to receive the pass, so Gray will take it the other way. As here comes Kendall Dwaron, pass in front there, looking for McKinnon. Shot, rebounds there, they score. Dwaron and McKinnon. McKinnon let the shot go, and right there in front for the rebound was number 18. Yes, number 18, that is Maya McCormick from the Surge. It's going to tell by the white and blue gloves. So it is now 4-0 with exactly 5 minutes to go. And definitely worth noting right now is if a team scores, this is another one of the rules, if a team scores with less than a minute left in the period, they also get a power play to start the next period. That helps them focus on details late in a period. Those goals against are killers. That's exactly what it says on my sheet here. So if a team scores with less or a minute or two left in the period, they get a power play to start the next period. So another one of the funky rules here at camp is here comes red now down the left side, looking to get on the board as McLean has the puck. Summer McLean, the Cape Breton native, will send it in deep. As Chanel Ouellette in on the forecheck. As Ouellette looking to dug it free. 4 minutes to go now here in the first period. So they're still stuck on the wall there, but Gray gets possession. Played up ahead for White. Addison White across the ice. Looking for Hallie Rose McLean. That's going to be picked off there. As worth noting, Hallie Rose led the Maritime U18 League in points this past season. I believe she had 57. So she's out here looking to crack the Atlantic squad. And a good regular season will certainly help out, but that's all about how you perform here in camp. As here's Eisner. Ellie Eisner will send it in deep there. Gray looking to clear, and they will. Here's Addison White spinning back in her own zone. White will chip it up ahead as Gray has it. Pass to Emily Thomas as she whiffs on the dump and attempt. That's going to be whistled down for offside. So 3 1/4 to go now. 4-0 for Team Gray. They had help with the daily off-ice competition win as they got a 1-0 lead to start things off. As Avery McPhee in for the face-off. Puck dropped. One back to the point. DD pass as played up ahead. Looking to find the stick of Neve Robertson, but just hopped over her twig, but she gets it back and sends it in deep. Now Red will go for a change. Back to return for Gray is Brooklyn Jefford. Jefford up the wall for Ashlyn Kearney. It's going to be turned over as here comes Red with it now. DD pass up the middle. As here comes Mullins. Mullins towards the goal. We'll just go wide of the net there off the pass, looking for Marissa Dawson. As puck picked up behind the net. Gray looking to clear. As on the up the wall now, Kearney has it. Kearney will poke up ahead there onto the stick of Grace White. Played for the Western Flames last year, number 14. Puck in the corner now, 2.5 to go. So we're approaching last minute here. So if the team scores a goal between now and the end of the period, that will be awarded a power play to start, as that will be taking effect in about 5 seconds now. As puck in the corner. So here it is, 2 minutes to go. So if a team scores, as puck is deflected out of play, if a team scores now, they'll get a power play to start the next period. As I mentioned, the coach want to focus on late period details, and those late period goals are always backbreakers, so this would definitely be an even bigger backbreaker. It's a tongue twister right there. Is pump fake on the face-off and the linesman. Now it's dropped. Hits the ice. DD pass there. Watch out, it's in the feet. Chance here for Red to get up ahead there, but unable to get by. As here comes Marissa Dawson. Shot just goes wide past Annika Betts. As Gray looking to clear. It's going to be kept in at the line there. As laying her body on the line was Mullins. And she gets the puck right back. Going to chip it back into the zone. Minute and a half to go now. As Red has it, shot or a fake shot, holding onto it. Played up top. Here is Spurl. Spurl towards the goal. That's going to be stopped by Betts. Once again, there'll be no rebound. There's a minute and 24 to go. Once again, if a team scores between now and the end of the period, they will be rewarded a power play to start the next frame. Puck is dropped. One back to the point. Played towards the half wall through the middle, just missing the pass there with a McIntyre. As chance here for Gray. Entering the zone there and the collision on the wall. Puck comes free for Red in their own zone. Looking to play it up to McKinnon, but hits a stick. Picked up. Here's Mossy circling back in the neutral ice. Megan Mossy will lead the rush here. She still has the puck, but knocked off it. That's going to be turned over. Gray has it now. Shot from distance, fought off by Hurley. His rebound played to the corner. Puck on the wall. Comes free up top for Mossy. Mossy will fire one. It's going to be blocked off the stick of Lexi McIntyre. That's going to be played towards the corner. 33 seconds to go. Behind the net, looking for the pass in front there. It's a skate, goes back into the corner. McIntyre looking to clear on the stick now of Lauren Ward. Ward from New Brunswick played for the Rockets last season as well. As CDD pass picked up. Here is Mossy. It's going to be offside at the line. She kind of fumbled it there. And with 13 seconds to go, we'll have a neutral zone face-off right to our right here. Correa will make some changes. Puck is dropped. As played back to the point, but it's going to be turned over. Watch out here as played towards the goal, but Red gets possession right back as there's 4 seconds now. Picked up by Allison McLean. And that's going to do it for the first period. So 4-0 is your official score. 3 goals from Gray. 1 of those goals came from the off-ice bonus. We'll take a quick break here for the intermission, about 10 or 12 minutes or so to do the ice. You're tuned into High Button Sports here at Antigonish. The Team Atlantic tryouts to summer camp. We'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome back here for the second period. It's 4-0 for Team Gray. If you're just tuning in, they only scored 3 goals, but they were awarded the extra goal at the start of the game because they won the off-ice activity of the day. They have a few different rules to keep things fresh here. As an early stop there. Watch out, puck is loose and they score. As it is now 5-0, early goal here. Looks like that was poked in by, let's see, can't really see the numbers until they turn around, so it's a mystery. But it's the player right here, number 20. That is Sophie Urquhart. So Urquhart with the early goal for Team Gray, and that makes it 5-rip. That'll be played toward the opposite end. Picked up by Mossy. Mossy will take it behind her own goal. Pass across. Play up the wall. That's going to be picked up. And here comes Addison White. White will throw it towards the goal. That's going to be blocked in the back check by Claire Sanford. As Red will pick it up the ice. Looking to get on the board. Here comes a chance for Summer McLean. She'll put the brakes on. Play to the point, pass across. Shot from Vickers, looking for the tip, just goes wide. Is picked up by McLean once again, without will exit the zone. She gets poked off the puck as Danny Ray McInnes will go D to D over to McLean. Vickers. Vickers has the puck. The Newfoundlander looking to skate the puck in there, but met by Audrey Poirier, who leans her into the wall. Picked up again, here's Driscoll. Ella Driscoll with the puck, plays it up top. Shot from distance, tipped, goes wide. Looking for the rebound there was Eisner. It's going to be poked off of her stick. Ends up in the corner for Gray, looking to clear. That's going to be on the wall as Gray will get possession. As Grace White plays it over across for Kearney. Kearney will pass it towards the goal as that goes off the pad of Hurley. Played down low over to McPhee. Avery McPhee will chip it up ahead. Pitching in is Jefford looking to get that puck. So that will be still in the corner. Played in behind the goal. Looking forward is Vickers. Vickers will play it up the wall, but right before checking in there was Jefford. Keeping the play alive for Team Gray. To the point. As Grace White will send it in deep and go for the change. Back to retriever there for Red. As Vickers looking to clear it out. As here comes Ellie Eisner. Looking to get it free, Eisner. And on the forecheck there, but McPhee will clear it out as played over across for Gray. As here comes Maya McCormick. McCormick looking to dance her way through, but can't get by the defense. Chance here for Red down the other side. Here is McNeil down the right wing. McNeil holding on to the puck behind the goal, looking to break the ice here for Red, as they have yet to score a goal here. As kept in by Lexi McIntyre towards the goal. That's going to be shoved away. Let's play up towards the point. Chance here for Gray. 2-1 developing here perhaps. As played over across there, was going to be intercepted. As Hartnell couldn't make that pass across. Rachel Hartner as puck comes free and they score. Maya McCormick gets one to go, and it's 6-0 now for Team Gray. McCormick from Surge teammate Hartnell. Fun fact, Rachel Hartnell, of course, you probably recognize the last name, is the niece, I believe, of Scotty Hartnell, who played in the NHL for the Flyers and the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm sure there's other players out here with professional family members, but I don't know them all. I just knew that one is it's going to be played up ahead. That's what the puck is. Maya McCormick for Team Gray. Number 18. That's going to be played up to the point now for Somerville. Has poked off the puck there. As Red looking to clear. That's going to be kept in once again by Somerville. Puck comes free. Chance here from McKinnon. Will shoot one. Rebound. And that will just stay out. As Hurley makes a save. As here's Mossy. Puck on the goal line now behind the nets. As a little bit of a tangle up there. As that's Mullins getting tangled up with the Gray player. As they'll hold possession. Played by Somerville on the wall. Somerville has it, looking to go through the middle there, looking for Mossy, but that's going to hit a stick and go all the way down the ice. Mossy back to retrieve it, and that's going to be called an icing, even though it hit a stick. As we'll drop the puck all the way down the other side of the ice. About 4 minutes have gone here in the second period. 6-0's your score. Tune into High Button Sports Team Atlantic Summer Camp Showcase. This is Team Gray versus Team Red. Puck dropped. As Gray has possession. Shot towards the goal is blocked. Looking to clear for Team Red is Sanford. She gets tangled up behind the goal. That's going to be picked up for Spurl. We're going to go up the ice. Back for Sanford. Sanford will saucer it through the middle. As that will be another ice. Or no, they call it off. As looks like Somerville was a little too hesitant to get back to the puck. So linesperson deemed it no icing. That's going to be played down low. With the puck now is Sarah Almond. Almond gets the puck back. Pass over cross for Danny Ray McInnes through the middle there. It's going to be picked off but kept in the zone by Sanford. Here is Claire. Sanford will fire one on. It's going to be stopped. There'll be no rebound as Katie Hurley makes the save. Or sorry, that would be Annika Betts, number 16 on 80. The sixes look like eights here a bit, so I got a little confused. As face-off coming up here. Team Gray makes a few changes. As they'll pump fake the draw, then they finally hit the ice. His shot from the point there is going to be redirected wide by Betts. The rebound came loose there, and it stays out. I was looking for it on the doorstep was Almond, but Betts makes the save with the pad as Gray gets possession. Here's Poirier. That's going to be turned over. Here's Almond. Pass in front there. Shot there. It's going to be stopped by Betts. The spinning and firing that one was Kirsten McKinnon. This puck is in the corner now. Both teams looking for it. Comes free for Red. This is their best offensive sequence so far. So Sanford will walk the line. Shot goes well wide. Not sure if that was a pass or not. Here's McKinnon up top for Sanford. Sanford will fire one on goal this time. That's going to be stopped. Might have hit a body on the way in, but that stays out. There's another shot throw it on goal there as McLean let one rip, but it's going to be stopped once again by Betts. There's puck on the wall towards the opposite corner, pinching in is Mullins for Team Red. Sorry, that was Vickers. That's going to be played through the middle. And that will come out of the zone as Gray will send it towards the corner. That was Grace White, number 14 for Gray. As played around the wall, looking for the DDB pass out of the reach of Vickers. As that will get to the line and just out. As here is Allison McLean for Team Red, number 40. We'll send it in deep. And on the forecheck is Oulette. Played for RNS last season. As puck comes to the point, here is Vickers. Jade Vickers recently won a scholarship for Hockey Nova Scotia recently. As that's going to be played towards the corner. And on the forecheck is McCormick. As that puck comes free for Hartnell. These two connected in the last Team Gray goal as they're back out there. As Red gets possession, played up the wall, looking to clear. There's a chance here for an odd player rush. Okay, so here comes Oulette. Oulette looking to dangle her way through. Gets her stick lift, gets a shot off and hit the side of the cage. Almost an Ovechkin-esque goal there. As puck is loose near towards the crease. Red looking to swat that one through, but that will be played to the blue line. Kept in by Lexi McIntyre. Send it in deep. As Gray looking to clear. Kept in. Eisner down low. Holding on to the puck is Robertson. Up top to the point. With it now is Spurl. Spurl will fire one on. Tipped in front, but saved there by Betts. As puck is free there to pick it up is McCormick. She'll go up the wall. Kept in at the line. Here's Lexi McIntyre. She'll walk the blue line. Pass over across. The shot there. That will just go wide off a body. As able to clear his Team Gray. Look, but it's going to be kept in by Lexi McIntyre, but quickly turned over as here comes Hartnell. Rachel Hartnell will send it in deep by the end of her shift and go for a change. There to pick it up is McIntyre. That's going to be kept in at the blue line. As puck comes free for Gray. Holding on to it. Played up to the point. Here is Somerville, but her pass gets deflected out of the zone. As Jefford has it now on neutral ice. Played across, picked up One-touch pass by Dworon. Dworon trying to find Hallie Rose McLean, but sticked away. Here's McLean again. McLean will send it in deep. That's going to be picked up by Red defender. That's Spurl. She gets knocked into the wall there, looking to make the play. As Red has possession now, but quickly turned over. That shot from the point there tipped. That's going to be stopped there by Hurley. Redirected in the corner. As puck up top once again. Here's Jaylee McKinnon. Shot scores. And Gray with another goal. With 11:25 to go here in the second, that will make it 7-0. As that was Jaylee McKinnon, the Nova Scotian, played at Ridley College last year. She gets the extra point after the touchdown. As I believe we'll switch goalies halfway through, so another minute and a half until the goalie switch, and I'll let you know about a rule about that once it happens, but I'm not going to say anything yet, as that's going to be played towards the middle, sent towards the opposite end, and that will be icing. 11:17 to go. In the second period. Face off in the red zone. And for the face off for Team Gray is number 13. That's Emily Thomas from New Brunswick. Puck is dropped. Scrum draw. Red will poke it to the line, but kept in. As pinching in there was Brooklyn Jefford for Team Gray, number 4. This puck is on the wall. Looking forward in the corner, Sophie Urquhart, but Red gets possession. It's going to be turned over on the zone exit. Here's Addison White. White towards the goal. He'll hit a stick and go up to the blue line. Picked up. Here is Jefford towards the net. It's a body in front. As here comes Red now. With it is McNeil. Here is Summer McLean. Shot off. The rush just goes high and wide of the net. As letting that one rip. As they stop the clock here, so I guess that means the goalies will switch up. I don't know why they didn't wait till 10 minutes, but either way. So I'll let you know about that rule now. If a goalie gets a shutout for her time in net, which just happened, that was Annika Betts for Team Gray. When she changes her team, they get a power play. So let's see if they put that into effect here. It should be according to the rule book. So as I just said, if a goalie gets a shutout for her time in net, when she changes her team gets a power play. So let's see if they do that. Looks like they're using this as a timeout here for Red. I believe they will be shorthanded now, or at least they should be. I guess not. So I guess we can throw that rule away. So we're halfway through this game, 7-0 to score. Goalie changes on each side. So Eleanor Feltan, number 70 for Gray, enters the game. Played for this Lindsay Surge last year in the Maritime U18 Female League. And Paige McPhee, number 90, in for Team Red. Played for the Greenfoot Capitals. So a Maritime champion in net now. As DD pass. Here's Mossy. Mossy falls down. He's looking to make a play. That's going to be picked up by Sarah Almond. As Mossy played for the Etobicoke Dolphins last year, a prep school. I probably should have wrote down where that prep school is, but I did not, unfortunately. As here comes Gray with a chance. In all alone is White. White will shoe on an early save there from McPhee on the partial break. Paige McPhee makes the save. A chance here for Red now. Here comes McLean. McLean towards the goal. Gets nudged off the puck. McLean, no look between the legs pass is almost effective, but clearly turned away. His chance here is shot on and stop. As rebound cleared away, as that was Chanel Ouellette with the turnover, and the shot is wraparound chance. And that will stay out, as that was Feltan with the save. As I believe that was directed towards the goal by Ouellette. Might have been McLean, or could also have been Summer McLean. So there's a Allison McLean, number 40, and a Summer McLean, number 56 on Team Red. His shot stopped there once again by Feltham. So there is less than 9 minutes to go in the second period. Face off coming up here. Puck dropped. Scramble draw comes free for Gray. Here's Poirier looking to clear. Poirier will go D to D. Over to Brooklyn Jefford. Jefford, the Newfoundlander, will go back to Poirier. Poirier's from New Brunswick. As Red getting in on the forecheck there, looking to cause a turnover. Looks like they just did, but puck is on the wall. Comes free. Here's Allison McLean towards the goal, blocked in front. As puck on the wall now. Comes free up top, sent back in deep there by Danny Ray McInnes. TD passes, Gray gets it back. As Jefford, it's going to be turned over. Here is Summer McLean. McLean, as puck comes free. Team Gray has it. Played over cross. Sent in deep there by Audrey Poirier, but not enough for icing. Linesman had the arm up for a moment, or linesperson rather, had the arm up for a moment. As Gray has possession and off the bench came Dingwell. Their shot got blocked, and it's going to be sent all the way down the ice, and the linesperson will signal an icing call. We have 7:50 to go now in the second period here in Antigonish. You're watching High Button Sports coverage of the Team Atlantic Summer Camp Showcase. These girls will play 4 games against each other as they're looking to crack the Team Atlantic roster for Canadian Nationals, which will be played in November in Newfoundland, I believe. As puck played behind the net. Urquhart up top for Dingwell. Dingwell will walk the line back to Urquhart. Puck bouncing on her. Urquhart in the slot will fire one, but hits a stick and goes wide of the net. As puck in the corner. 7.5 to go in the second period. So they're still battling for the puck. Comes free now as Red looking to clear, but poked in, but gets right back in the stick of Red. As sent up the ice by Ellie Eisner. That's going to be right on goal, and that's going to be covered up by Eleanor Feltham. The Nova Scotian goaltender makes the save and will cover up. And for the face-off for Red is Robertson. Puck is dropped with a face-off shot towards the goal, stopped by Feltham. As here comes Gray now, poked up ahead. Looking for the loose puck there is Sophie Urquhart. Urquhart gets stopped towards the goal. That's going to be behind the net. Played up top. Here is Thomas to the point now. As Culligan will look to send it in deep, and she will. Go for a change as Gray getting some fresh bodies out there. Puck played towards the point, but had to stick. Back to retrieve it is Megan Mossy. Mossy, the PEI native, will go D to D, played up ahead. There's only a few PEI players here at camp. I believe there's only 3, and Mossy's one of them. As Humet has possession. D to D pass is poked up ahead. Off the bench came Mullins, and she'll play it up for Lauren Ward, but met there at the blue line by Gray. A chance to see it the other way as here comes McCormick. Meyer McCormick will fire one on. It's going to be stopped, and doing a rebound there as Paige McPhee makes the save for Team Red. As I mentioned, McPhee helped the Greenfoot Capitals win the Maritime U18 League. I believe they beat this Lindsay Surge in the finals, if my memory serves me right. It's definitely something I got to do a better job of next year, is watch more female hockey. I went to a PWHL game recently, and it was pretty electric down in Montreal. A shot is fought off there by McPhee, as I believe that was Hartnell who let that one rip. As comes to the blue line, here's Mossy. Mossy will drag. Mossy still has it up high, and that will be stopped. Nice set of mitts there from Megan Mossy. His puck is played towards the middle. Here is Hartnell. Hartnell will back him one in deep. As here is Hartnell again. Hartnell looking to steer towards the goal, but it's going to be knocked off of her stick, but sent right back in deep by teammate McCormick. Puck down low. Looking for it there is Brooke Taylor. Taylor played for the Tri-Pen Ice in Newfoundland last season. That's going to be turned over. Here comes Red now. Down the left side, entering the zone is McKinnon. She'll send it in deep and go after her own dump in, but quickly to meet her there was McDougall. McDougall will go up the wall, nearly turned over. His chance here at the end of her shift is McCormick, but you can tell she has no gas left in the tank as she can get to that puck. Here comes Red now with it. It's number 32. That is Danny Ray McKinnon. She'll send it in deep. There's 4.5 to go in the period. It's going to be played towards the middle. Chance here for Red off the turnover. This is McLean. Shot stopped there by Feltham. The top of her crease there to make the save. As a goaltender myself, as a shorter goaltender myself, as Feltham, you got to be able to maximize the coverage of the net, as the taller goalies obviously have an advantage in goal. They can cover more net, but if you're at the top of your crease and they're in the right position, you're just as tall as them theoretically. As off the face-off, Gray gets possession in their own zone. Here is McDougall off the partner pass up to the middle there, looking to spring her teammate. That's Grace White, is played in the corner. Sorry, that is not Grace White. That is Jaylen McKinnon, number 16, not 14. This puck is played behind the net. That looks like it's stuck on top of the net there, but comes free. Here's Dwaron. Plays it down low. Centering pass, pinching in. Shot off the shoulder and out of play. As in from the blue line, pinching in there was Audrey Poirier. But there to make the save was Paige McPhee, number 90 for Team Red. As there's 3:47 to go now, approaching the last 2 minutes, which would be the special goal that would award the team a power play at the start of next period. As off the face-off win for Gray in the offensive zone, it's going to be sent in deep. Urquhart behind the net looking to make a play, but met there by Sanford. As that's going to be on the stick now of Red. It's going to be kept in by Gray. Chance here for Thomas. Shot stopped by McPhee. Played up top. Here is Poirier. Poirier will try and walk it in deep. Play over across McDougall. Back to Poirier. Poirier thought about shooting but passed it instead. His shot on there from the right side is wide of the net. I believe that was number 9, Addison White, and it was. As White looking for a loose puck, poked up to the point. Chance here for Poirier. Shot towards the goal, stopped by McPhee through the screen. As here comes Red. 3 minutes to go now. I didn't start my clock. My apologies. As there's 2:45 to go-ish in the period. I definitely want to make sure the clock is right because of that rule. As here's Gray in the offensive zone, play up to the point. Here's Jefford. Jefford looking to send it in deep. That's going to be picked off by Red. 2.5 to go. Shot from the awkward angle there is fought off by McPhee. Rebound cleared away as Gray still has possession. Here is Jefford up top. Brooklyn Jefford will pass it to one the half wall. Gets the return feed up top. Jefford switches positions there with Digwell. Digwell looking in front there for McPhee, but just out of her reach. Is in to pick up is Kearney up top. Shot, stop, no rebound. As McPhee makes the save, and there's 2 minutes and 1 second to go. So if a team scores a goal, according to the rule book I have here, they will be rewarded a power play to start the next period. Coach wants to see an emphasis on keeping out late period goals because those are backbreakers. That's going to be played towards the wall, pinching in to keep that one in the zone. It's Gray. I believe that was Poirier. Or sorry, that was Jefford. Is played behind the net. Looking for it is Dawson. The RNS forward looking to clear the zone. It's going to be kept in. Here's McPhee. Avery McPhee looking to clear as that's going to be nudged onto the wall there. It's a scrum for the puck. Still there in the feet. That comes free for Gray. Spinning to fire that one in is Culligan. Culligan, another RNS product. As puck will exit the zone. Sent in deep there by Somerville. It's going to hit a stick and go up high, but stays in play. As McIntyre looking to clear. DDD pass over to Spurl. Up the wall, here comes Red. Played up ahead for Ellie Mullins. Ellie Mullins 3-on-1 here. Mullins over across. One-timer just goes wide. Off the stick of Dawson, I believe. As here's Mullins. Mullins plays it up top. Shot is blocked. As that will exit the zone and turned over. A chance here for McCormick. McCormick shaking through. McCormick has the puck. She'll shoot on and a save there from McPhee on the breakaway. That's a big stop there because that would have given Team Red a power play to start things off next period. As here's Mossy up ahead. Here's Hartnell now on the left side. Hartnell will pass across looking for the one-timer. Was Dwaron just missing that. Or sorry, that was Mossy pinching up in deep. As here's Spurl. With 15 seconds to go in the period, Spurl will take the puck up the wall. As McKinnon looking to clear. 8 seconds to go now. As Gray on the forecheck. Behind the net, pass in front at the skate. 1 second to go, they got to hurry, but that's going to do it. As clock runs out in the second period, 7-0's your score here in Antigonish. We'll take one last intermission before the third period. You're tuned into High Button Sports coverage of the Team Atlantic Summer Camp Showcase. Zamboni will head the ice, teams will head to the locker rooms, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. See you then. Welcome back. Third period about set to get underway here as you can see the score on the screen. 7-0. Team Red needs a big third period, but one of the rules here, if you pull the goalie and you score with the extra attacker, it counts as 2 goals, so maybe they can pull the goalie early and get back in this game. As here's Sanford off the opening hop for Team Red. That's going to be kept in by Summer McLean, but chipped out is Addison White on the forecheck and will get loose as Hurlin Urquhart will play it into the offensive end. Here's Addison White on the goal line. White has it on her backhand forehand now. She'll play it up top for Mossy. Mossy back to White. White looking to drag it through, but picked off. Here comes Red. With it is Allison McLean. McLean towards the net, fought off by Feltham. First save of the period for Feltham is another chance there. This time it was Ouellette, but she gets knocked off the puck. Played through the middle as Red gets possession back. Here's Summer McLean. That's going to be sent in deep. Played in behind the goal by Gray. It's going to be turned over. Nice escape move there from Driscoll. Ella Driscoll has the puck on the wall. Plays it up top to Sharp. Sharp to the passes. Point shot from Jade Vickers is blocked. As that was number 14, Grace White with the block, I believe. So there's an Addison White and a Grace White on Team Gray. Number 9 is Addison White. Number 14 is Grace White. So comes Gray with the puck. That is Grace White. As here's Kearney now. She'll take the pass. 2-on-1 developing. Looking to poke that one home was Ava McPhee from PEI, but she couldn't get a stick on that. It's going to be in the corner now. As it's going to be turned over as Red gets possession right back. Played up for Robertson. Neve Robertson had that hop off of her stick. His puck is right in front of me here. And quickly sent in deep by Rachel Hartnell. Is there to pick up the puck for Team Red is Lexi McIntyre. She'll throw it up the wall as puck comes free off the change for Gray. Is with it now is Dingwell. She'll play it over to Taylor. Taylor looking to pass it through. It's going to be picked off as chance here for Red. As here's Ellie Mullins. Mullins has McNeil right with her towards the goal. Looking for that one was McNeil, but couldn't poke that one on net. Red's looking for their first goal of the showcase as here comes Gray. With the puck is Brooke Taylor. Taylor looking to pass that across, but diving effort from the defender there from Team Red. I believe that's Sanford, and it is. With the diving save on the 2-on-1 chances. Here's McNeil. Plays it up ahead. Here is Marissa Dawson. Will enter the zone and fire one towards the net, but just goes wide. As we're about 3 minutes into this third period, so no whistle. Good pace to start things off as here's Gray. Played up ahead for McCormick, and that will be chipped off her stick all the way down, and that will be an icing. So about 3 minutes have gone in this opening, or this final frame, I should say. It's also worth noting the winning team gets to eat first at Meal Hall, and if you've been here before, the Meal Hall lines can get pretty long. So that's definitely an added bonus. And I guess they have some sort of planned celebration that they get to do if they win, so not sure if they do that on the ice or at the Meal Hall or in the residence, but either way, they get to do their celebration as here comes Gray looking for the puck to McCormick, and that's going to be fired and stopped by McPhee. Has played up through the middle, but that's going to be picked off as they get the puck to Somerville. Somerville will go through the middle, so it's a few sticks, but chance here. As here's Dwaron. Dwaron will fire one off, and that's going to be stopped by McPhee. As rebound came loose, here is Hallie Rose McLean. The Northern prospect will look to get towards the goal, but will go the other direction as here comes Red, but quickly picked off. Here's Mossy now. Megan Mossy through the middle. Be intercepted. There's a chance here on the forecheck for Red. That's McLean looking to get the puck in deep. Picked off by Gray. Pass over across for Mossy. Megan Mossy through the middle. It's going to be picked off. It's be sent towards the opposite end. Red has possession. As we're 4 minutes into this third period. Looking to clear. It's going to be picked off by Jaylee McKinnon as Mossy goes D to D. It's going to be played up the wall. Looking for Hallie Rose McLean. She'll get the pass. McLean Over cross for Dworon, skate to stick, pack, and no look feed, and they score. What a play that was. Dworon, the no look spinning pass, as Hallie Rose McLean won't score an easier goal than that one. She goes to celebrate with her family, I guess. And that will make it 8-0. Beautiful goal there from Gray. Dworon to McLean. This puck dropped at center ice. Here comes Red. McLean has it. That's Summer McLean, number 56. Spinning. Making a move there on the wall. Plays it down low. On the net now. Team Red has possession in the offensive zone. Holding onto the puck and dropping it off. Onto the stick of Julia Sharp. As that'll be sent up ahead. Comes free at the blue line, and there to pick it up is Lexi McIntyre for Red, number 37. Will take it into the zone, but turned over. With it now is Jefford. DD pass. That's going to be turned over. Chance here for Driscoll. Driscoll in the corner. Barrage by Grace Sweaters, so she'll have to turn it over. It's a puck right back. Driscoll shoots one. It's going to be stopped by Feltham. As collision behind the goal, looking for the loose puck. Comes free for Urquhart. Urquhart sends it behind the net. As Driscoll looking to find it. That's going to be off a stick and out of play. So we're exactly 5.5 minutes into this third period. 14:30 to go. Puck is dropped. Poked up the wall. It's going to be kept in by Red. There at the blue line is Rylan Gabriel. As Gray gets it right back, though, that would just miss the stick of Ashton Kearney. Sent down towards the opposite end. Played up the boards. As Red looking to get it out here, they're still down 8-0. As pinching in is Dingwell to keep the play alive. But that will be sent right back towards the blue line. That will come free. Chance here. Here comes Neve Robertson. Robertson with the puck. Hold it towards the goal. Hits a stick of Rhea Culligan and goes wide of the net. With it now is Eisner. Up top, but bouncing puck forced to play it out of the zone was Gabriel. DDD pass. It's out of the reach of Spurl. As that's going to be sent in by Robertson. As Gray has possession, played up ahead there, but picked off by Sanford. As Sanford will join the rush. Here comes Claire. Sanford's shot stopped. Nice save there by Feltham. That's going to be played in behind the goal. In the corner now, played up the wall, kept in by Sanford once again, but picked off. As here comes Hartnell. Rachel Hartnell through the middle of the ice as puck is bouncing. That's going to be played up ahead by Team Red. Off the glass. Comes back to the point, played towards the middle, looking for Lauren Ward. Sorry, that was Marissa Dawson, rather. Sent in back deep. Here's Sanford. Claire Sanford up the wall. Finds McNeil. McNeil up ahead. One touch dump in from Mullins. So get it in the opposite corner. Back to retrieve it for Gray is Somerville. Up the opposite boards looking for Mossy. Back to Somerville. Up the wall, but pinching in there was Vickers. So keep the play inside the Gray zone. As once again, Vickers there to pinch and keep it alive. But this time it gets past her. As watch out here. Collision. That's going to be played out of the zone as puck was bouncing. As chance here for Gray. Here comes Dworon. Shot goes well wide and out of play. With 12:11 to go here in the third period. Face off coming up. Puck drop, one back by Gray in their offensive zone. Shot towards the goal, hits a shin pad in front. I believe that was Neve Robertson. As Red has possession in their own zone. Spinning behind the goal is Sharp. Sharp finds Vickers. Vickers will play it back behind the goal line. Vickers finds number 55, Almond. or Almond, I guess. Just gonna play up the boards, kept in by Gray. Streaking through. Backhand shot is blocked in front by Sharp. He's puck in the corner. Vickers looking to clear. Kept in. With it now is Dwaron. Dwaron up to the point. He's looking to shoot that one was McDougall, but she passed instead. Here's Dwaron. Dwaron back to McDougall up top. McDougall will throw one towards the goal, but goes wide of the net. There for the rebound is Hallie Rose McLean. Played up top. Streaking through is McDougall. Shot stopped by the goaltender McPhee, and there'll be no rebound. 11:07 to go here. And for the draw for Gray is Emily Thomas. Puck dropped, went back by Red. There's puck bouncing here, chance to clear. Here comes Allison McLean on the breakaway. McLean all alone will fire one in the save from Feltham. Keep things 8-0 for now. Gray. Sorry, that was Red with a chance to break the you-know-what. As here's Addison White, number 9 for Gray, has the puck. White will ship it off the board and in deep. There to retrieve it is Kendall Dwaron. There's puck in behind the net for Red. Vickers looking to clear. Sorry, that's Gabriel. Or sorry, that's Spurl. I was wrong twice. It's awkward. It's going to be sent in towards the goal. As there to pick up on our backhand was Spurl. Up the wall. Red gets it right back as we're halfway through this third period. 10 minutes to go now. In the corner. Puck will come free for Red. As here comes Rose McLean. It's going to be center on the wall. Gray looking to clear. So that will be sent back in. Gray has it in their own zone. Played up ahead. Through the middle. It's going to be picked off by Team Red. That is sent back in deep by Gabriel. Gray gets possession back. Played up to the boards. Hartnell looking for it. So that will come free for Team Red. Duty pass over to Gabriel. But played up ahead. It's going to be turned over. Gray gets it right back. McCormick over to Hartnell. Misses her. Picked up by Robertson. Pass across. Shot. Puck is there. Rebound. Still loose and they score. Banked in off the side of the net and Red breaks the shutout. It is 8-1. As trying to figure out who scored that. I think it was Ellie Eisner with number 43. Looks like it was. So Eisner with the goal, number 43 for Team Red. Breaks the shutout, and it is now 8-1. So I mentioned at the top of the period, if they pull their goalie here and empty net goals or goalies with an empty net, like if you have a 6-on-5 and you score a goal, it's 2 goals, not 1. So maybe if I were them, I'd just pull the goalie early. There's a chance here from McCormick. I'm going to pass that across, but that's going to be intercepted. So here comes Red now looking to respond. Chipped off the boards. Sent in deep there by Robertson, who gets an extra shove from Culligan. Played through the middle. Chance here. Shot. Stopped. Rebound. Shot again off the post. Couple of good chances for Red. So it's still 8-1 for now, but looks like they got a little momentum. As here is Mullins. Mullins over to McNeil towards the goal, looking for the return feed, but that's going to be blocked. 8 minutes to go now in the third. Played towards the goal, but picked off as Gray will look to clear. As Hartnell goes backhand up ahead, but it's going to be picked off as Red has the puck in neutral ice. Played through the middle off a stick. No icing is a signal from the line's person. Is Mossy there to pick it up? Here's Megan Mossy. Mossy will poke it through the neutral zone right under the stick of Danny Ray McInnes. McInnes will play it up the head. Here comes Gray now with the turnover. There's Dwaron. Will pass across there for Jaylee McKinnon, and her shot gets deflected out of play. 7:26 to go here in the third period. Tune into High Button Sports coverage of the Team Atlantic Showcase, Red versus Gray, here on a Thursday night in Antigonish. Puck is dropped. PDD pass. Here's Mossy shot through traffic. Fought off by Paige McPhee. As Gray gets it right back. Shot from McDougall goes wide. Rebound there for the taking. As here is Hallie Rose McLean throwing it towards the goal, but Red gets possession. But quickly turned over, and on the forecheck was Kendall Dwaron, and she has the puck. Dwaron up ahead for Mossy. Mossy back to Dwaron, picked up, and Mossy gets it right back for a moment, then right out of the zone is Sarah Allman on the forecheck. As Allman gets there on the turnover and throws one on goal, but it's going to be stopped by Feltham. Puck played behind the nets. Towards the goal, rebound, played away as Gray gets it on their stick. Chipping in deep was Jaylee McKinnon, but that's going to be picked up by Lexi McIntyre. McIntyre looking to poke it out, and she will. That will exit the zone. Partner pass over to Poirier. Poirier will send it ahead. As here is Thomas, but met at the line there by Julia Sharp. Here's Allison McLean, number 40 for Red. As bouncing puck ends up on the stick of her teammate. Circling back with it is Summer McLean. D2D played up ahead there, but pinching was Jefford, so that just disrupts things. It's going to be sent the other direction. Less than 6 minutes to go in the third. 8-1's your score. Red chipped out the boards. Foot race for the puck. Looking to get there first is Ouellette. Ouellette wins that battle, has the puck in the offensive zone. One-timer just goes wide off the stick of McLean. As that's going to be another chance for Red. And at the blue line there was Sharp. Gray gets possession. Spinning with the puck is Jefford in her own zone. Brooklyn Jefford, the Newfoundland native, has the puck. Down the right side, sent in deep. Behind the net to pick it up is Gabriel. As puck will be played up the wall. Foot race for the puck. Chance here. Here comes Red. As Driscoll has it. Driscoll gets nudged off the puck by Dingwell. As Dingwell gets possession. Played up the wall, but right to the stick of Gabriel, but misses the puck. As Gray will chip it ahead. Here is McPhee, or Sanford rather. Picked up by Kearney. Kearney towards the goal, tipped just wide by Grace White. As played up to the point. Shot will be into the back of the net. As that one scored to make it 9-1. That was Rhea Culligan, number 8 in gray, with the goal. So 9-1's your score. Face off. Played over for Kearney. Kearney had that nudged off of her stick. His play is right in front of us here, kind of an awkward angle. As Dingwell will play it back behind her own goal. Dingwell weaving her way through. Finds Kearney. Turned over. Here's Mullins looking for it. Picked off as a collision at center ice. Dingwell will go towards the opposite wall, but easily picked up. As here is Marissa Dawson. Dawson up ahead, looking for Mullins. Sent into the gray zone, but quickly sent the other way. As Culligan had that puck go by her, picked up by partner Somerville. Somerville will go up the boards, picked up by a pinching Sanford, who's been doing that a few times this game. Here comes Florgale McNeil. The Lynx forward will send it in deep. There to pick it up is Culligan. Played up the boards, but picked off by Red. As here is Lauren Ward. Ward will circle back in her own zone. 3:20 to go here in the third period. As pass to the middle is picked off. Gray will take it the other way. Here comes Hartnell. Rachel Hartnell towards the corner. Hartnell will get nudged into the boards there. Arm stays down. McCormick looking for it. Hartnell towards the net. Nobody was home to dig that one free. As here's Mossy pinching in. Megan Mossy has the puck on the wall up top. Covering for her is Brooke Taylor. She'll send it back towards the end. Taylor. Mossy will take it back into the neutral ice. Mossy enters the zone on the left side. Holding on to the puck. Here comes Megan Mossy. Still has it. We'll chip it in deep. As they battle for the puck along the wall. Picked up by Robertson. Behind the net. Gray has possession in the offensive zone. As Mossy gets the pass from Jaylee McKinnon. Lets a shot go. It's going to be fought off by McPhee. Chance the other way now is changing was Team Gray, but that's still going to be an icing call. With 2:06 to go here in the third. As I mentioned, the winning team gets to show off their pre-planned celebration. Not sure what that's going to be. I'm excited to see it. Puck is dropped. Team Red has the puck. Down the right side is Ouellette. Gets taken down. Is sent the other way. Foot race for the puck. Going to get there first is Lexi McIntyre, and she will. McIntyre puts the brakes on, but falls down. Chance here. Here comes Gray. Shot is going to be deflected up and out of play. So another whistle here with 1:42 to go now. Time winding down here in this game. I believe they'll play 2 games tomorrow. This puck is dropped. One back by Team Red in their own zone. This here is Lexi McIntyre. Played up ahead, looking to clear. Here comes Red. Through the middle, 1.5 minutes to go. There's Ouellette battling for the loose puck. McIntyre sends it in deep. As Gray has it behind the net. Up ahead for Addison White. White has the puck on the right side. White towards the corner. Sends in deep, looking for Urquhart. As they battle for the puck along the boards. The silence is deafening here at St. FX. One thing I noticed doing these games is usually when you're in a rink, you hear a lot of cheering from the parents, but kind of a nervous feeling in the rink right now as their daughters are trying to make the Atlantic team to represent the Atlantic provinces. So not much cheering going on, and more of like collective gasps. As if I was a parent and I had a kid in this, I'd be probably nervous too. As Lexi McIntyre will send that in deep. 30 seconds to go here in this one. Looks like Red is going to fall to Team Gray. But they played a lot better in the second half. So something to build on for tomorrow's matchup as Gabriel couldn't dangle her way through. It's going to be picked up by Driscoll. Driscoll towards the goal. Puck comes free, but unable to get that on net was Robertson. 10 seconds to go now. As Gray has possession, played up through the middle. And that's going to go past everybody. Last chance for Kearney, but she runs out of time. That's going to do it. So Team Gray gets the win. I'm going to keep the camera live here to see what the celebration is because I'm really interested in seeing it. Hopefully they do it on the ice. So final score 9-1. First of 4 games between these two inter-squad teams. Looking to crack the Team Atlantic roster. So they'll go to center ice to shake hands. Hopefully they do the celebration, or else I'm just staying alive for no reason. They'll Shake hands at center, like I said. Have a few conversations on the ice. They thank the referees as well, which is always a big part. Still waiting for the celebration. Are they going to do it? As Team Red waiting on the blue line, so I see a Gritty there. Maybe they're going to do that. Maybe they haven't decided on a celebration. Maybe they didn't think they were going to win. They got to do something here. Camera's still on. Oh, looks like we got something here. What's this? What is this going to be? So they have no gloves on. Really curious what this could be. I have no idea what this could be, but we'll see. Oh, wow. Okay, so they did plan this out. That's good. Wow. That was really cool. Oh, it's still going. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm really glad I stayed alive for this. This is quite. Oh, okay. That is quite the celebration. Oh, they're not done. Oh, look at that. That's cool. This is a gator chomp. Well, if you stayed on the live to watch that, you were blessed with a great celebration. So I guess that's going to do it for our coverage of this one. My name is Mason Zanaik with High Button Sports. As always, thank you for watching. A great display of female hockey. Team Atlantic Summer Camp. That's going to do it for us today. Heading the meal.